My footage is corrupted, so everything is stolen from Games Media Guide. Please go check them out in the description. Bye.
Welcome to Baldi's Basics in Education.
Close your eyes. Take yourself back to 2018.
No!
Baldi's Basics releases for the Meta Game Jam and takes second place, with developer Micah McGonigal citing Sonic Schoolhouse and various other edutainment games from the 90s as his main source of inspiration. In this bald and shiny adventure, you enter a schoolhouse and come face to face with a man who reminds you of that uncle you're not allowed to be alone with. He makes you solve math problems while you travel to various classrooms in search of your friend's notebooks. Everything's smooth sailing until you get a problem wrong and Baldi's mouth turns into a crescent moon.
It doesn't even work!
From here on, you must collect all 7 notebooks while avoiding various obstacles, like NPCs who all suck and should burn in hell. The only thing you have to defend yourself with are a limited sprint meter and an assortment of items found around the school. So you need to be tactful with how, when, and where you use all of these items. All this while avoiding Baldi. Yeah, he hears every door you open. Every single door. He uses this to his advantage by pinpointing the location of the sound and finding the best route to come and meet you and smack your ass. Soon enough, the game caught on like wildfire, and videos of it spread all across the web, from Let's Plays to fan art and animations, songs and music videos, and the works. With all of this popularity, a modding scene came about. Now, of course, most of these didn't fundamentally change the game very much, they just altered the game's appearance. If you know the bare minimum about asset flipping in Unity, congratulations, you've made a mod. Most of these involve original characters drawn in MS Paint and changing textures or pre-made IP with MS Paint scribbled all over it. In summary, most of these mods are either made by children or made for children. Of course, someone caught one of this and made a bit of an outlier.
Player dude, welcome to my house of mystical wonders.
Taking inspiration from Pilot Right Son's Garfield parody video, Garfelf, just like the game opens with John having a stroke and the player now has to collect lasagnas instead of notebooks, all while John begins berating the player.
Now it's time for a subject ban a job. There deep shit. I've seen better from the preschooler. I've seen better from the preschooler. No, you really sucked. But whatever. Get this shiny Garfield coin and go get some lasagna or something.
Yeah. This probably hasn't aged very well. I don't care. It's a colorful game. Most of the characters are reskins redrawn as Garfield characters or playtime. That's Garfield with a jump rope. The principal, that's Garfield with comically long legs. The bully, he's a fat ass. First prize, Odie. Arts and crafters, he's Odie. And the broom is special needs.
Gotta swoop, swoop, swoop. Gotta swoop, swoop, swoop.
Of course, all these characters say horribly offensive things.
Get your ass over here. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, I'm not lonely anymore. Johnny, old boy, is going to be so jealous. I'm gonna take your candy and your virginity, my so you better watch your ass.
Congregations, you found all 7 lasagnas. Now all you need to do is get out of my fucking store! I'm gonna fucking die, motherfucker! Yeah, bitch!
Welcome to Garfelf's Guide to a Great Lasagna. That's me.
Wow, is this really the house? Oh, jeez, this place has really gone downhill since the event. But anyways, I'm here for one reason only, and that's to get these lasagnas and get the hell out of here. Because shit gets real after 3 a.m. and I don't want to be around when that happens, so it's best I get these lasagnas and leave.
Peak dialogue. This was the perfect game for me as a child. First, I must explain my love for Garfield in great detail. When I was 6, my dad brought me to his friend's party in the north side of town, and since he dug up one of his favorite Garfield books 7 days prior, he wanted me to read it as entertainment. I obliged, and once I opened the book, I was floored. This book was the funniest thing I had ever read in my life. I read it from start to finish, cover to cover, and when I asked my dad if he had any more, I was ecstatic when he said, sure. It even made me beg my parents for a cat, who is still my best friend to this day. Isn't that sad? And then came my love for mascot horror.
Hey, Scramble! Hey, yo! I shouldn't be doing that! Here it comes. No! Terrible, what's happening? How do you eat? Bruh.
I don't know if you would classify Baldi's Basics as a mascot horror game, or a horror game for that matter, but it was played by Let's Players and its lore was being dissected by MatPat wannabes, so it fit the bill. However, this mod fits in the category of mascot horror, and since I was already into Baldi's Basics at that point in time, this was the perfect game series. The game opens in the schoolhouse from the last game, but the windows and doors are battered, the walls are crusty. The noise is scattered in lasagna moldy. This rhymed in my head. I don't know why I wrote that. But our hero, Jordan, has decided to embark on a journey to retrieve the lasagnas. For some reason, the game never really explains why. He's here right before 3 a.m. because he couldn't wait till morning or something. He solved math problems on this,
Hello there, I am the biggest person.
Johnny, old boy, I will be your companion. I'd like you to answer the math problem. Correct answer. Correct answer.
Not a lasagna pad, I'll tell you that, and quarters appear out of thin air. So it makes contextual sense in the original, because John was standing out in the hallway when he gave out the quarter, but with Adam handing it out, it just appears out of thin air, implying that something supernatural is happening.
Well, might as well collect it. There it is, that sound again. It's getting really weird.
Yeah, why are you here again? It doesn't matter, Jordan presses on. When he's inevitably faced with the impossible question, he craps his pants at John's reaction.
Holy shit, well, what happened? What was that? Oh, shit, I need to get out of here. Okay, shit's getting real.
Yes, John appears at random, and the dead silence, followed by the reverberating sounds of his ruler, are terrifying to say the least. He has the front end of a boat for a mouth, his teeth must be living in a mansion. All of these characters are largely the same from the original, but they have some minor tweaks to each of them. The principle is the same, but his eyes are colored with black and white pupils. This is pretty much the case for most Garfield derivatives. Playtime is covered in blood and is coated in some sort of VHS filter. The boy looks like this. He has a belly button. First prize is an old decrepit. You get the point, right? While you're trying to escape, all the characters give off generic one-liners about how you're never going to escape.
You shall stay here for the rest of your life. What happened to me?
Wait, did I mention that this is John Arbuckle? Something to note about the series, the further it progresses, this has nothing to do with Garfield. Like, at all. The thing with this series is that there's more and more lore as it progresses, so it abandons what little it had to do with Garfield in favor of Kojima-style exposition dumps, sort of like a game of telephone. In that case, I respect it. It forms a unique identity of its own without the restrictions of its source material. Of course, Jordan finishes collecting the lasagnas.
No, this can't be. You can't just take my lasagna. I won't let you get away. 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 I won't let you escape. I won't let you escape.
What do you want from me? I just came to get what's rightfully mine, you psychopath! Oh, David, I'm not even sure.
If it's not obvious already, these characters are voiced by the same guy. But I'll get to that later. Once we exit the building, we come face to face with, it's on Garfelf. Let me repeat, Garfelf, not Garfield. This is a completely separate character from Garfield the cat.
So, you somehow found your way back to this place and decided to come back.
Oh my god, he's British. That's 2 games in a row!
Even if your friend did die in the hospital from lasagna poisoning at the hands of Johnny Old Boy, that's no reason for you to come back and try to
What the fuck?! He tells us that the souls of the students are trapped in some sort of purgatory with Johnny Old Boy. Yeah, that's what he's called now. But he has a plan for Jordan to free them.
Look where you ended up now. You're stuck here. Forever. For real this time. But don't be discouraged just yet. You see the time warp behind me? Yes, this spinning portal to another time. If you jump into it, then you get to go back to the very day of the field trip, where it all happened, where it all unraveled, and the events start to take place. And maybe, just maybe, you can undo all of this endless torment, and maybe you can free yourself from this hellhole, and maybe you can see your mother and father once again. And if you jump through this time warp, just please, never, and I mean never, come back ever again.
You know, these anthropomorphic cats, the studios, I love this. So, in we go. So, I feel that this is the best spot to transition into a chat about the creator. I desperately tried finding any of his old stuff in the video, and I've had some mild success. For example, I was able to get his Gamejolt page up and running through the Wayback Machine. I even got a couple of pages for some of the games we'll be covering. However, I couldn't find any of his videos. I searched for hours, and the only thing I could find was a YTP video made by a child with the Bandicam logo.
An avatar now. What? I finally have an actual setup with an actual computer, with actual specs, an actual microphone, actual speakers, and an actual microphone. Isn't that fantastic? And
You're right. Isn't that just fantastic? 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 I'm sorry, Cube, I love you. I couldn't get my hands on his now deleted YouTube channel, but I have a re-upload of his Garfelf Sky trailers, or at least, well, I thought they were. I distinctly remember this font, this music, these transitions, images, everything from back in the day. However, I don't think they were actually made by Cubemaster Pro. These were uploaded by a fan, and it credits Owen. A certain Owen, this kid releases a video on later down the line.
Hey Cubemaster Pro, it's Owen. I just want to say, I love you so much.
In short, all I have are YouTube poop and a collection of trailers that I don't even think were made by Cubemaster. This page says that he deleted his accounts because he was being harassed, which, that sucks. If you did that, go screw yourself. You can still, at the very least, visit his old Gamejolt page, sorta, through the Internet Archive. Linked in the description. Here you can see that he changed his profile 2 times over during the making of the games. Then, afterwards, he changed his profile picture to Cubemaster, and towards the end it was just Cube. also one thing I forgot to note. I still remember this video titled Help Me Find My Girlfriend, or something or other. Key details of it are still etched into my cerebral cortex. I won't share anything I remember because he probably doesn't want to reshare that experience. I'm guessing it's personal, and this is not the appropriate space to discuss it. The same goes for the rest. I was so caught up in a headspace where I couldn't let go of something that helped to build me as a person. I didn't take its creator into consideration. This isn't the burning of the Library of Alexandria. This is the burning of a book that some fellow wrote and came to regret 4 years later, and for that, I am sorry.
But you have been sent back in time to put a stop to Johnny O'Boy's bet and how he bet our lives on the sticks. You have to collect all the sticks and prevent the fire from burning out in the given amount of time, or else we'll be here suffering forever, along with you. So go and undo this before you become one of us.
No, you didn't mishear that. He bet our lives on the sticks. Is this ever explained? Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, God. How is his face bloody?
Yo, player dude, let's go camping in my forest of mystical wonders.
Johnny, old boy? Is that you? Am I back in the past?
No shit.
Whoa. Well, I might as well go with him. I mean, I did come here to undo this dystopian future after all.
Of course, you have a campfire. Normal blows out the fire, of course. And Garfelf steals your sticks. You need to collect sticks in order to prevent the fire from burning out. If it burns out, Johnny old boy chases you across the forest and you die. Once you die, you get this lore dump.
Is this thing working? Alright, there you go. My name is Jordan and I am a former attendant at Garfelf's private schoolhouse, I think it was called. Yeah, after my parents lost a bunch of money after my dad betted on this big concert he thought he was going to make millions off of. My life has just been really grim for us, and so we really couldn't afford the school I was going to, so we settled for this keeper option, and in their eyes it seemed to work for our education. That's sort of because we were sort of forced to. We were sort of forced to do this by Johnny O'Boy, otherwise we would end up like all his other past victims. And we never told anybody about it because if we did, we probably wouldn't be here today, but now the school is closed. I'm out here in the middle of the forest, and I'm about to do one of the dumbest things I've ever done. So please do not do what I'm about to do. I might either die or make it out alive. Only luck will tell. Okay, I'll try and make updates in case anyone finds this. This is Jordan signing out.
Oh yeah, there's not much to talk about regarding the ending. This is a mod of an already short demo that was meant to spark interest in a Kickstarter. Aside from the exposition dump, the gameplay is bare bones by its nature, so it doesn't really offer much in terms of story, but that's the end of the series. This is a mod of Baldina's Basics in Education Literacy Grammar. What a name.
Welcome back to school! I'm Baldina, your literature teacher. Hurry up to the classroom.
A clone of Baldi's Basics that rode the same wave of success that Baldi did. John rebuilt the schoolhouse, and Jordan's dumbass came back.
So, Jordan, you found your way back to the school I rebuilt, new and improved, with some new friends in the place.
The events between games are never fully explained, so off we go to collect 8 notebook pages to burn down the school. I guess it doesn't need explanation. The whole existence of this place is pretty supernatural after all, so I'm fine with plot holes. So, off we go. Johnny, old boy, is obviously Baldina. He chases you in your pursuit for the 8 pages.
Where are you, Jordan? I'm not going to hurt you or anything. No, that's ridiculous.
The principle is still the same. The guard is Garfield, the bully is Garfield, but this breed-looking stringy tank top. The cleaner is this. This annoying bitch is Arlie. I can't do this anymore. None of this is the modder's fault. The game just sucks. The map design is awful. There are multiple rooms that lead to dead ends. The hallways are too wide. Yes, I said that. I will get back to that. There are just these brick pillars that are only meant for singular classrooms, and there are items that have incredibly specific use cases for maybe one character, and that's if their AI works at all. That's even if the item works at all, to be frank. On top of that, the hitboxes are just whack. Arlene easily has the worst hitbox. You could try and narrowly avoid her, or hell, not even touch her at all, but you'll still be doing basic math problems with Johnny on your ass. And this isn't the modder's fault, but why he decided to flip assets in this game compared to anything else befuddles me. Anyways, once you beat the game, you get this glorious title card. So that's it, we've defeated Johnny, old boy. This is the best possible ending for the series. Gentlemen, this is it. We've reached peak. Now, I know what you've been thinking this whole time. Yeah, I get it. You're covering a weird internet fandom game that was made by a guy who probably wasn't right in the head. In fact, I don't think you're right in the head. To that I say,
He speaks freely of me, and if you look inside a dictionary, it's me that you will see. We are a lizard squad. As gay as Teletubbies, we have no buddies, and all the friends are the moms we have who let us stay in the basement getting fat. What'd you think of that? Killing all your connections with a DDoS pack.
Garfelf's Guide is a game with a menu and a story card. Okay, spelling errors aside, this is one of the most impressive asset flips I've seen a lot of create, period. Everything about this game is gorgeous and stylish, especially when you take into consideration that I've been staring at MS Paint art for several hours now. On top of that, the dialogue is surprisingly good too. I mean, putting aside that all of the voices were done by this man, it's pretty solid. It sounds like an actual conversation. The two characters are fairly grounded, and when they panic, their voices overlap on the comm. It's great stuff. You play as guess who, and your job is to input security codes with the ever-looming threat of this military-grade John Arbuckle-looking robot malfunctioning and turning your ass into Swiss cheese. Oh yeah, security codes. I think I meant math problems.
Right. So this radiation control pad, right? So you're supposed to type in some codes on here, and in order to do that, you're gonna have to solve some math problems. Yeah, I know, it's sort of stupid too, but Harold said we need an easier way to do this. This educational system is getting worse and worse as time goes on, especially after that whole Garfelf incident. Remember that?
That's a little horrifying. I guess that's also why Joey sounds completely brain dead. I think he's been having too much Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Harold told me that you had to
what the fuck? Okay, I want you to take a wild guess as to who made this robot.
I mean, no shit it's doing all these bad things. I mean, after all, this came from Garfelf Enterprises, a quite infamous company, I say. Garfelf Enterprises?
You cannot make this. I can't. It's funny in hindsight. I love this game. You were so close to making a down-to-earth story that had the chance to. You had the chance to, perhaps, maybe, make your lore consistent, but no. Honestly, where else would you get some story about potential war profiteer, researching places to set up shop, looking at this.
You know, John is a real asshole with the kids. Maybe I should fire him. No second dick in the house. 15 seconds. You reject the stupid. Big shit. You know, John is a real asshole with the kids. Let's get everybody control.
And going, yes, this is where we develop combat-ready artificial soldiers. I am real. Yeah, something goes wrong, the whole place goes to hell.
I hear the noise. I hear that bang noise. No. Dude, I don't know. It's out.
You get those codes and you run. Alright, you need to get out there right now. Okay? I'm gonna be sending forces down there to try and contain that John bot, alright? Because once that thing's active, you can't really stop it. Okay? I'm gonna try and send help, okay? You just try to survive as long as you can.
Okay, I'll go and get one of those batteries. What are these called? Okay, I'm gonna go get East Coast Doomers, okay?
You know what that means? You've got to collect all 7 security codes whilst being chased by the John bot, and then you are permitted to escape. That is terrifying. The game has a poster instructing you to kill yourself if the alarm is triggered, and it even has a neat little drawing. That's cute. Of course, the animations are a huge leap forward, and John Bot's ruler slap is so smooth. I got trapped in a supply closet with him, and I couldn't even complain, it was so good. The sound design is of a much higher quality as well. I don't know what it is about this John Bot ruler slap sound. I don't even know if it's original, but every time I hear it, it's so fitting that it gives me a dopamine hit every time it plays. Of course, there's not much to talk about in terms of gameplay, since the story's the third reskin of all these basics in the series. Basically, all you need to know is that it looks better, it sounds better, and you've got a flashlight in the dark. There's also this monologue at the end. It's 6 minutes long. You know when I said that the voice acting was better? I lied. I hate Garfelf. I hate his Australian. I don't know what it is. Yeah. And I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of his spiel instead. John escaped and everyone's infected with a virus that makes everyone bloodthirsty creatures. Sex won't kill it? Yeah, this is a line.
This isn't like The Walking Dead where you have groups of people just fucking and fucking hoping to make another human.
Also, the mods are coming together. In comparison to Smash Bros, and Jordan's the only one who's immune to the virus. When I say mods, I mean Baldi's Basics mods. Yes, it's exactly what you're thinking. But there, that's it. You think it's a confusing explanation, but no, this is how it's actually written. It makes sense later.
Everyone you know, everyone you love, and then before you know it, they eat you, and all you are is a bloody pile of body parts.
Here we are, the climax of the series. It's all gonna end right. Wait, what are you doing? So, the game begins with the best description of a thing ever.
What the hell was that? Who were those things? What were those things? Were they like some demon zombie creatures? Hello? Anybody? I'm coming, please! No, I am not walking you with those things. I am not walking you with those things. You know what? It's time to show them what I'm here. Alright. Now to unlock these doors.
He has a gun. And take note of this for later. So, Jordan inexplicably goes to grab the lasagnas. Cubemaster Pro even redesigned this lasagna pad for version 1.4 of Baldi's Basics. You know the drill. The bad problem happens. This is actually solid. I mean, it's only the second best jump scare in the series, but I like the little background music and the scream. This is good. You remember when I mentioned that Jordan had a gun? Yeah, he runs. He can shoot back, but he runs.
Ooh, John Arbuckle, what are you doing? No. Come on, let's do this. Man on man, mano-y-mano. What were those zombie creature things?
Gameplay-wise, it's the same thing for the 4th time, but that's not what we're here for, is it? Let's look at these characters. Okay, so first off, we have Johnny Old Boy, and he's looking a bit like a gremlin. Nothing out of the ordinary, of course. You can see the inspiration from every Garfelf entry behind his design, and he also appears to have side effects of the virus in question. Moving on, we have... Yep. Okay. Oh, and Nick. You remember Nick? He's the one who died. He's the one who died of lasagna poisoning. We have Lay Billy from Billy's Basics as the Broom. If you don't know, that's a mod. The rest of these characters from Baldi's Basics mods. This is Luigi Doll from Luigi's Basics. Oh boy, is this bad.
Well, no need to be afraid. Look at this time warp behind me. Yes, this is the portal I am talking about right now. If you could just jump into it, then maybe you can go to the very day, the field trip, where it happened after years of success.
Finally, we have Vanna Melon's Basics and Sweet and Sour. Vanna Lemon, I don't know. I tried looking this up, but I dead-ass got some of the worst search results known to mankind.
What the fuck? Okay. You know what? Base Second Amendment. What the No! No, like, what? What? What's even happening?
I'm finally here! So what is this, Garfelf? What is this? Finally speak to me! What have you been putting me through? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Stop laughing! What is this? You stupid, insolent buffoon, Jordan. I can't believe you were so stupid for all this time. Ever since the day this program was made, I knew you were going to be an insolent buffoon. Totally clueless to everything that I've put you through. Everything that's been going on. Your program? What do you mean what's been going on? What are you even talking about? What are you even saying? What do you even mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? I was the villain all along. I was everyone. I was Garfunkel. I was Johnny Old Boy. I was everybody. Johnny Old Boy was no real villain. He could get nowhere near the mind-bending powers I have. I have powers that exceed even my expectations. You know, my own genius scares me sometimes. Look beyond the false wall. Look who you see. You see who was responsible for all this all along. You see, that's me. That's Garfelf. I'm the one responsible for all these mods for Baldi's Basics. Wait, what's Baldi's Basics? You're even more stupid than I thought. You don't even know what Baldi's Basics is. It's the game we've all been modding. It's the game everyone's been modding in order to create and feed this universe I have formed. Everyone started copying Garfelf's guide, and that only fueled my power and made it even more! And I'm an unstoppable being. I can take multiple forms that you can't even think of. I was Cutman. I was Johnny Old Boy. I was Vanna Lemon. I was Billy. I was awesome. And you never knew. But because of you, my digital form is dying. You somehow broke the cycle. You beat the 6th game. Your fans just kept on begging me to make, yet I continuously stressed I didn't want to make it! But now,
will cease to exist. You will cease to exist too. We'll all die. I'll die together, Jordan. You killed me, and everyone else you killed. You freed us, Jordan. You freed us. And now the place is falling apart. And there's no other option but to pull supply.
Yo, Garfield, you've been awfully quiet while sitting in front of this computer for a couple of months. What do you
that, Jordan?
Well, John, you see, I made a mod for this game. Far more this basic, which is just a slender new
talking?
Yeah, I see. But why am I so
Jordan, it's the real Jordan!
Because one, you're stupid,
Boy,
and
wasn't
two,
even
I want you to make a wild
That's
happy
just
game
a
with
name that came from a K-pop
games.
video that was never released on the YouTube due to copyright reasons. This was all made for satire, but I cannot stop there. I wanted to torture you for all eternity, and I finally got my wish. And now, don't without inventing it. Don't die without inventing your parents, because I killed them too! I killed everybody! Everyone's gonna play this mod, and they're gonna see all the pride I fucking do! And how you want them to stop it!
Well, you know what, Garfield? It has been like several months. It's time for you to get off of the computer. Also, I see you downloaded some cool viruses, so you know what that means.
You're right, John. It's time to pull the plug on this stupid computer. I'm done with this stupid page series anymore.
Just sit back. Relax, Jordan. And these. Oh my God. Goodbye! What are you talking about goodbye? You gave me so much to work with. What? And now my time has come. Goodbye. Well, no, don't put a blind! No! What am I gonna stop this? No!
I like this ending. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Robert, I thought you hated everything was a simulation all along endings. To which I say, yeah, but this is an exception. Cubemaster Pro did not want to make this mod, he's very vocal about it. But since he respected and cherished his community, he did it for their sakes. He even wrote the inclusion of other characters into his previous games, whether that be through overtly telling the player, or by hinting at it with audio cues. But the cliffhanger doesn't feel like some cheap cop-out because the developers forgot to write a cohesive ending, and decided that they wanted to sell more games in the future. It was already planned on ending this way ever since Robotic Disaster. On top of that, I think Cubemaster just said, oh shit, my game about anthropomorphic cats and lasagna poisoning and boat faces doesn't make any sense. I should fix this. Also, I like Garfield. Why did I talk about this game series? Why did I even mention it at all? This is some weird fandom project, right? What's the point? I'll tell you.
One, I grew up with this game.
I was always on the edge of my seat whenever I watched a Let's Player play this game. It was a sort of nice in-between with the end of my obsession with Bendy and the Ink Machine and the promised fall of 2019 release of Bendy and the Dark Revival some months later.
2, it is very impressive.
It is very impressive. I mean, not the games themselves, I mean, most of them are just reskins. Just the effort and passion that oozes from behind. It impresses me. That's all. You can tell that Cubemaster Pro loved what he was making, and he enjoyed every second of it. Even when the dialogue is terrible, he delivers it completely on point. You can see him gradually improve and change throughout each entry until he reaches a point where the models are completely detached from its base. And when I say improves, I mean improves. everything down to the writing, the art direction, the sound department, it beats out every other fan project in the community, and that's a milestone. A huge milestone, especially when considering how active it was around this time. 2018 to 2019 for reference. To which I say, good job. You've blown everybody away with your skill. We're all very impressed. With that said, adios. Okay, look, I had no idea that this existed until I finished my lines. Well... yeah, this is a game. Okay, so Garfelf's Guide into the Feild. Feild. I don't know. F-E-I-L-D. Your spelling's atrocious, Cubemaster. Yes, there are some mods that change the map of a lot of these basics, but there are very few mods that have new items, sealed off doors, classes you can hide in, brand new models, the works, alright? It uses Baldi's basics as a base, but now it is morphed into a product of its own being. This is actually impressive. Oh yeah, and, I mean, it's the same, but everything is Garfelf. The visual quality kind of takes a hit in my book, but otherwise it's fine. I don't have anything personal to say about the gameplay, because one, I cannot and have never played it. I have no personal experience with it, you know. Like I have with the rest of the games, I can't tell you how most of this works with having experienced it myself. There's really nothing I can comment on here. Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Guess who it is? Guess who? No, you can't do a pre-pubescent girl, Cubemaster Pro. Alright, you know what? You know what? If you've gotten this far, you've earned it. It's
You got rid of Garfelf.
So, you're here, huh? Is this finally the end? Can we finally close the book on this whole Garfelf turmoil?
Honestly, I didn't think we would ever be freed. I honestly thought we were just going to be floating here through endless time and space. No way to escape to the afterlife. But you know what, Jordan? I didn't think much of you when I first met you. I just thought of you as a kid that was bigger than me. And it's unfortunate that I've had such a short life. But honestly, I guess it was all kind of worth it. Because now, I can look forward to bigger things. I can look forward to God. I can look forward to Jesus. I can look forward to the angels of heaven carrying me to the stairway of heaven. And it's all thanks to you, Jordan. Now, all this turmoil can end in your life. All those other universes, all those stuff. Someday, those tortured spirits will find their way, just like you have. Now, all of the Garfelf stuff is gone. Johnny, old boy, he became useless to Garfelf. He was just put out back. But now, he's of no need. Garfelf is of no need. Garfelf is gone. And we can all escape to the afterlife because of it. Thank you, Jordan. I really appreciate it. And next time, or if you ever find that teddy, when you look at it, I hope you can remember me. I hope you can remember those that have helped you. And now, your life can finally be at peace. Walk through this doorway. It'll take you back home. Nick can now rest in peace and escape to the afterlife. And once you die, you can't do. So can I. I can't help it. but to keep on saying thank you for all the stuff you've done. I hope you have a great life, Jordan. And I look forward to seeing you in heaven with me. Peace.
Peace. Alright. I'm so happy this stuff is finally over with. Well, you have a great time in the afterlife.
I will. You have a great time with your family.
I will. I look forward to my future now. Now, I look forward to not having to fear every day of my life. Well, here we go. Goodbye, everyone. It has been a very long run, but I think we can finally close the books on this one big, great chapter. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great time.